Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones, bringing you another video about cryptocurrencies and related topics. So I hope you guys will stay around, watch the whole video, and there's a lot to talk about. If you've been paying attention to cryptocurrency today and you are in the space or the last really 2 or 3 days, then you will be amazed at these returns. I mean, what's happening is astronomical. I'm looking at Tron, and Tron is up 548% in 7 days. It's up over 100% on the day. These other altcoins that are doing absolutely stellar is Cardona, however you want to say that, ADA. That is up 161% in 7 days. Dent coin is absolutely killing it as well. It's up about 70% on the 24-hour. There's a lot of altcoins that are really starting to rally right now. If you're looking at the total market cap on coinmarket.com, total market cap is approaching $800 billion. So almost $1 trillion. That obviously is a psychological milestone and it's a numerical milestone. It's a huge amount of money. So guys, this is crazy. It's crazy what's happening. Every altcoin, the list goes down. I mean, if you look at even Dogecoin is way up. DGB coin is way up. Red coin, RDD, is way up. Actually, Dent is up 84.5% right now. It's astronomical. It's crazy. The price of Bitcoin is pretty much stabilized for the time being, and over the last really couple of weeks, with an occasional price movements of $1,000, $1,500 here or there. For Bitcoin, $1,500 price movements is not really that much. And I know that sounds crazy, but with the altcoins, it's absolutely insane. What I want to talk about today is I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the altcoins. I want to talk a little bit about some of the altcoins specifically and some of their technologies that they're doing. I also want to talk today about the differences between airdrops and hard forks, making sure you guys understand that. And also I want to talk a little bit today about some of the problems that people are having with the exchanges and all that. So total market cap is just absolutely exploding. Okay, it's growing. It's unbelievable. BTC dominance is down to about, below 34, 35%. So it was about 55% just 2-3 weeks ago. So things have changed. The dynamics have changed. The tables have turned, as they might say. So you have much more of an emphasis going into the altcoins right now, and a lot of these technologies and these specific technologies being adopted in real use case scenarios, and it's driving the prices astronomically high. With that being said, some of the specific coins that I wanted to point out today is the Dent coin, D-E-N-T. This has been a coin that I've had on my radar for a few weeks. I have what I would consider a large position in Dent, and I bought it very cheap. It is a technology that is trying to decentralize mobile data across a blockchain type of technology where you can exchange, sell, or donate that data globally through their app, which is already live, accessible, downloadable through the iOS store, the Apple store, and you can use that. I believe their Android app is launching very soon, but the iOS Apple's app is already available. It's a pretty cool app. It functions as an interface in which you could communicate with anybody with a phone number and send them this data. So it's not necessarily a currency where you could go and buy bread or something like that, but you'd be sending data through this communication app that they offer. The app is available. When you download the app, you are given 30 free Dent immediately. So it's a pretty simple app, and I suggest if you're interested in taking a look at Dent that you take a look at their app as well, maybe even download it before you even buy the Dent. The Dent has began to moon, as they say. This thing is moving, and it was, less than a penny 2 weeks ago. And I know that you say, oh, well, it's only 6-7 cents, but that type of price action between, less than a penny and 6 or 7 cents and that amount of time period is huge, especially when you look at Dent's technology, look at their website. It's dentwireless.com. All right. And look at their partners. In America, they're already partnered with Verizon and AT&T. So I don't really know who else is larger than that you would want to partner with. When you look at their global partnerships and who they're dealing with, a lot of those names and a lot of those big countries such as Mexico and South American countries, they've already got these big major providers locked up with the use of their service. They've already begun to adopt it. And I believe that Dent is supposed to have some releases in Japan and some of the Asian countries coming up here pretty soon as well. So as you guys know, this information is moving so quickly every day, it's almost impossible to keep up with it all. But take a look at dentwireless.com. Take a look at their core development team. Take a look at their technology. Take a look at the objective that they are trying to achieve. And it's related to mobile data. Everybody and their mother has a cell phone. Even people in countries that you've never even heard about have a cell phone. And as big players like Verizon's and AT&T's and the appropriate players in those specific countries start to take over and control that data more, this decentralized data concept that Dent is trying to solve is a very, very, very important and viable technology in my opinion. So with that being said, a couple of other coins that I wanted to talk to you guys about was Tron, TRX. If you haven't been following Tron, wow. The whole concept of don't buy at the highs has not applied with Tron. If you would have bought at the highs 3 days ago, you'd have made stupid money, 300, 400, 500%. It's crazy what's happened with Tron. If you want to really get into the technology of Tron, I suggest you visit their website. All that's accessible through coinmarketcap.com. If you are not familiar with coinmarketcap.com or you are kind of a newbie to the crypto space, that needs to be your main place you start. Everything needs to start from coinmarketcap.com, and you need to use that website to access all the other particular websites related to the team, the source code, the announcements, the markets, where you can buy the coin from. All that's from coinmarketcap.com. So take a look at Tron, but I do know that they have some associations with Alibaba. And if you have been paying attention to, that and how that connection is, there's been a major interaction and clear connection between statements and things that have been made by people that support Alibaba and are involved in Alibaba and the price action and the skyrocketing with Tron price. So take a look at Tron, get deeper into it. I suggest that you really dig deeper into the technology and see what they're trying to achieve. One of the other coins I wanted to tell you guys about, and I want to make sure I'm giving you the right ticker on it. Yeah, it's QSP, which is Quantstamp. This is an extremely interesting coin to me. And the technology, or Quantstamp, I said Quantstamp, it's Quantstamp, QSP. This is extremely interesting to me. Bear with me momentarily while I try to explain this to you. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency, then you're familiar with the Ethereum framework. You're familiar with the way that the smart contracts work in conjunction with the blockchain cryptography. So if you know all that, then you know that as all these altcoins are being built on the framework of Ethereum, then you know that smart contracts being a main piece of Ethereum becomes even more important. So what QSP is striving to do is to develop a token, which they have, that is basically auditing smart contracts. And this is where airdrops come into play, which leads me to my next topic. the difference between airdrops and hard forks. I'll explain that next. But with QSP, QSP is providing a token in which you're using the token QSP to pay for an audit on a corresponding token smart contract. So bear with me. You have one smart contract over here, A, and you have B smart contract which is QSP. You use QSP to audit the other coin A. By auditing the other coin A, you're looking for errors within the code and the framework of the smart contract. And that's what this coin is doing. That's what this technology is designed to do. By you owning QSP and you giving up the ownership of that coin to be used in the audit, okay, and I'm talking in layman terms right now, by you having ownership of the coin QSP and you using that coin and participating within the audit of the other coin, right, coin A that we've talked about, you will be airdropped a certain percentage ratio that's decided. It's all different, but you'll be airdropped basically coin A, a percentage of coin A. The ratio can change. The ratio can be 1-to-1 for however many QSP you have. You might get one of the airdrop token, or you might get another fractional percentage of that. So that's extremely, extremely important. Think about this logically, guys. Think about the technology that QSP is striving to provide. It's a data management, and it's an auditing for smart contract token. By owning the token, you're rewarded for those audits in the form of airdrops. Airdrops are, in lack of better words, freaking money out of thin air. Money, poof, it's there. Now, there are certain stipulations to the airdrops. Maybe you need to keep that token off the exchange and in a supported wallet. Some exchanges might support the airdrop, so it's your job to be due diligent and be ahead of the releases of information and announcements that the coin is making prior to the airdrop so that you can follow the guidelines to make sure you're awarded the airdrop. But that is awesome. That is awesome. So QSP, if you want to take a look at it more, again, coinmarketcap.com. It's Quantstamp. QSP is their ticker, is their symbol. So leading into the last conversation I want to talk to you guys about is hard forking versus airdrops. So you've heard a lot about hard forking, and it's been Bitcoin that's hard forked, a lot leading up to 2017 with Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. You had B2X that was canceled, but not really canceled because they did it anyways. It's crazy, right? So you've got a hard fork, which is essentially people within the network, okay, that decide to get together and they have enough support that they can fork off of the original blockchain code, right? And in the Bitcoin's terms, it's called, Bitcoin Core. When you fork off of Bitcoin Core and you have enough support to do that, then you can create a separate currency. When you create that separate currency, it's basically becoming an altcoin. That's pretty much what happens. So when that altcoin's created, that fork, right, of Bitcoin or forking of other coins, because other coins do fork, not just Bitcoin, then you're awarded for owning that coin at the time of the fork. You're awarded that forking token. And again, the ratio may apply where it's 1-to-1 or, a fraction, portion, whatever the situation may be, but the ratio is different and what you're going to receive in that fork. So a hard fork is actually creating a different currency off of a core currency, okay? And an airdrop is basically a separate token that you're being rewarded with for participating in certain guidelines of another corresponding token. And the example that I just gave you before was the QSP. And if you own QSP then you'll be rewarded airdrops because of you owning QSP and that QSP token being participating in the auditing process across the network. So you'll be given the airdrop. Now, there's different airdrop guidelines for different projects and different tokens and everything else. So it's not like a one airdrop fits all or one hard fork fits all. But generally speaking, hard fork is a split and a separate currency off of that core blockchain. And then an airdrop is typically another token that you're going to receive in the form of a reward that you've participated in, whatever guidelines are related to that airdrop. I want to give you another example real quick, which was super cool. And if you have a My Ethereum wallet, you need to make sure that you don't have some coins in there sitting that you're not aware of. So if you're storing current currencies, right, there's one way to do it through My Ethereum wallet. Hopefully you're familiar with that. If you're not, you need to watch some other videos and pay attention. But basically with My Ethereum wallet, you have a way to store all these other tokens that are built on the Ethereum framework. And those tokens are referred to as ERC20, ERC21. You've got different forms of tokens here. I had some Ethereum on my Ethereum wallet. And it just so happened that the time that I had the Ethereum on that wallet, there was some corresponding airdrops too that I had no idea were going on, had no idea what was happening. And basically the guidelines to receive that airdrop was that there needed to be activity on certain Ethereum addresses. So breaking that down in simple terms, I had Ethereum going through my Ethereum wallet and then through some other wallet addresses. And that just happened to be within the guidelines of these two airdrop tokens that at that time I had that activity based on, it was, dates that they gave on the guidelines. It was like June something through, another time period like 2 or 3 months down. If you have activity through this time on these addresses, then you are going to be rewarded these airdrop tokens. Now, these airdrop tokens that I received are very, very inexpensive. We're talking about less than a dime, or one of the ratios I received was 1 to 1, or even more than that. I think it was like even like 100 to 1 or something crazy like that, guys. It's unbelievable. The coins that I received was Tron Coin XNN. I received that in a free airdrop. I'll tell you what that is right now. That's a dime right now. That's a dime. I received that one. The other one that I received was Data Coin, which is DATA, and that one is 30 cents. Now, again, I did not receive a full 1-to-1 ratio on both of those coins. I did receive a much, much higher ratio on the other coin, on the Tron Coin, and on the Data Coin, I received just like less than 1. So I think I have like maybe a quarter or half of a Data Coin or something like that. And a Data Coin is 30 cents. It's nominal money, but that's not the point. The point is that you need to understand the difference between hard forks and airdrops, and understand that these airdrops are free money coming out of nowhere. Same thing with the hard forks as well. You can choose to long-term hold those. You can choose to dump those. You can choose to trade those and into another currency that's more stable, maybe like Ethereum or something like that. There's all kind of options that you could do with those hard fork or airdrops that you receive. That's your decision. So other than that, guys, that's it. That's the video. I wanted to talk about, the total market cap growing, the revenge of the altcoin, as we're calling it, and Bitcoin kind of stabilizing for the moment. It's not obviously finished, guys. I hope you don't think Bitcoin's done, because it's not. It's going to continue. It's just got to do its thing. It's consolidating, but I'm sure when it's going to move up, we will all know about it. But for right now, the emphasis is on altcoins. I wanted to talk about Dent coin. I wanted to talk about Tron. I wanted to talk about QSP. and wanted to talk a little bit about the differences between hard forks and airdrops. I hope you find this video and this information beneficial, and if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, click subscribe. My name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones. Follow my channel for all kind of awesome stuff, cryptocurrencies, craft brewery reviews, snowboarding, mountain biking, health and fitness tips, the list goes on. Hope everybody has a great evening. Take care.